Assalamualaikum, dear friends. How are you? I welcome you here on my training channel. My name is Abdul Khalik. Look, dear friends, the life we are living, the time is passing, and the day is not far away when it will be all over. We will be gone, and there will be nothing left with us at all. The life we are living, have limited number of days. So in a situation like this one, I think that we need to live. We need to live in the best possible manner. We need to live fully, and we need to live so that we could feel, we could think that I am trying to live in a best possible manner, and also that we need the people will respect us if we are leading a fuller life without hurting other people, rather being a bit of contributor toward the life of other people as well. So as far a fuller life is concerned, I think that must be learned, because everything needs to be learned. Every important thing need to be learned. So my dear friends and fellows, today we are going to talk about, we have made it a topic of our discussion today, that how to lead a fuller life, how to lead a fuller life, how to live up to the maximum, how to live up to the optimal level. So once we were, working upon the subject, we came across several things. Out of those several or many things, we have shortlisted, we have chosen only the nine things which are of great use, which are of great value indeed. And I think that it is great indeed for me, for you, for all the people to be able to know it, to be able to learn, and to be able to adopt it. All of that is really, really great. Now let's look upon the nine of these things which are of course very, very important. First of all, it is consistency is the key. Consistency. Whatever good we have started, whatever good we have started, I think we need to continue. We need to continue it unless we find a better alternative, and then we could restart. We can still carry it on in a new form. Whatever good we are trying to do, I think we need to continue it as long as it is possible. Rather, we need to do it for the whole of our life. And to make our life good enough, to make our life interesting and enjoyable enough, to make our life successful enough. So, dear friends and fellows, it matters little that how big chunk of work we have done in a single day, but it matters and matters a lot that how much consistent we are, how much consistent we are in whatever good we are trying to do. So, consistency is the key, even during the difficult time. I think we need to continue that thing which is called consistency. So that is the number one thing. Number two thing is that mindfulness in action. Whatever we are trying to do, whatever we are trying to do, I think whatever we want to do, whatever we are doing, I think we need to become mindful toward it. Why I'm trying to do that? What is the reason? What is the purpose? What will be the benefit? What will be the plus effects and what will be the minus effect? I think we need to be mindful toward our activities, because being mindful, being doing it something on autopilot, not good at all. Doing something just because other people are doing, not good at all. I think that we need to practice the mindfulness in actions. So it is not just meditation and being present, but our actions and how we treat others. Being mindful of these actions and how they impact those around us, being that is really great. That is mindfulness in action. Now the third is they acknowledge their mistakes. Admitting one's mistakes is not a sign of weakness, but a display of strength and character. Don't try to cover up or deflect blame. They use is a listening. They use it as a learning experience. Don't let their ego get in the way of owning up to their errors. That is very important, because those who don't admit their mistakes, they people do not improve. They become incorrigible. We don't have to become an incorrigible person at all. Rather, we should try to improve ourselves on a regular basis as good as we can. And that is not possible without admitting first that yes, this is my mistake. Maybe other people will help in correcting our mistake, and we ourselves too will be trying to do in correcting our mistakes and rectifying whatever we are wrong. It is again one of the essential things that they admit their mistakes. They are not, defending themselves unnecessarily even when they are wrong. Rather, they admit it and they do their utmost to reform themselves, their habits. Now, the fourth is they practice compassion. Compassion, so important. Maximum, live with maximum impact and minimum ego. Respectful to strangers and empathetic toward those who may have wronged them. Even being empathetic toward those who might have wronged them. Look upon how difficult it might seem, but the kind of grace it gives to you, that is wonderful. Being empathetic even towards those who have wronged them. We need to practice the compassion. Although in certain situations we need to knock the door of the court of law, we need to do something to get a kind of compensation. But we are talking about not the ordinary people, but the people who are graceful enough, the people who are really great, and I think they are empathetic even toward those people who have wronged them. So now the fifth is they embrace disagreements, embracing the disagreement. Now this might seem surprising. How can we embrace the disagreement? If at all somebody does not agree with us, if at all somebody has a different perspective, I think we need to accommodate it by knowing their perspective well. Maybe there are certain things in their perspective which are so important. I think we can learn and improve our own perspective as well. So that is a process of learning. Also, we need to develop a skill to resolve the dispute, to skill to resolve the issues. So it is having the multiple benefit as far as far accepting. As for dear friends, embracing the disagreement, embracing not only that we need to embrace the agreement, we also need to embrace the disagreement. So disagreement, we will be developing the social skill how to deal with these people in such a way which does create a kind of win-win situation. Now the sixth is they embody non-attachment. They embody non-attachment. What is this non-attachment, by the way? Dear friend, I think that we have been given and gifted with certain people around us, certain things around us. So it is good to be with these things. We need to become grateful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It is good to be with certain types of people. But remember one thing, that no friendship is forever, no relationship is forever, no possession is forever. So why to become that much dependent? Never be dependent upon the people. We need to minimize, actually. Maybe we can't totally eradicate it, and we don't need to eradicate it either. But we need to minimize our dependence upon somebody, and we need to live independently as much as it is possible. Although we need to become grateful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for whatever we have been given and gifted with, we need to become grateful to our loved one, we need to become grateful to the general public, but at the same time, developing, knowing the worth of those people and those things, it is very good. But still, please remember that no relationship and no possession is forever. So we need to practice the, for this reason, I think it is important that they embody non attachment. Now, the seventh is they set boundaries. Setting of the boundaries. Obviously, there must be the limits. It does not mean that we are rigid. It does not mean that we are inflexible. We are not rigid. We are quite flexible, but at the same time, setting boundaries, getting it enforced, that's very, very important, because we can't allow everything else to happen, everything else to take place. We should be definitely, marking the boundaries. Okay, up to this extent you can come, up to this extent I will be cooperating with you, but not beyond that at all. And not only that, we should be setting the boundaries for other people. We need to set the boundaries for we ourselves as well. Something which is called self discipline. We are, we have set and we are trying to enforce the boundaries for we ourselves. And after all that, I think we need to respect the boundaries of other people as well. If at all they too have every right and they must have certain boundaries, I think that we need to respect the boundaries of other people as well. Now the eighth is, they are quite achievers. They are quite achievers. What is this, by the way? They are not boastful, although they celebrate their victories, although even sometimes they throw a party, but they are not arrogant, they are not boastful at all about their achievement. They do tell the other people on certain occasions in a certain way, but they are not found bragging at all. They are not found being boastful at all, because that goes against the philosophy of silent achiever. Keep achieving, keep winning, but be silent. Don't be, don't be such a person who is always blurting out, whatever comes to their mind. Whatever, even if at all they have not achieved something, but still they are propagating that they are about to achieve or they have achieved. I think we need to become a silent achiever. And now the ninth and the last is, they practice gratitude. They practice gratitude, being grateful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because we have been given and gifted with a lot of things, even the poorest of the people. They have life which is priceless, cannot buy, no matter how much of the money somebody can spend. You look upon the billionaire, they don't want to die at all, but still they're dying. They do have to die and they die. They will be ready to say to spend billions of dollars to regain the life, but they can't do it at all. So why not become grateful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because I'm alive today, and if at all I'm healthy up to great extent, again I need to be greatly grateful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And we shouldn't be taken anything else for granted at all. Take nothing and nobody for granted. Nothing at all should be taken for granted. Nobody should be taken for granted. I think we need to become grateful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, grateful even during the tough time. So these are the nine things which makes a person prestigious enough, which makes a person graceful enough, which makes a person successful enough. I think each one of these nine things are very, very important. That's all from me at the moment. Thank you very much.